Chapter 6324. After all, no one could find the true whereabouts of the father and son. If the news leaked one day, it would definitely be Steve's doing. So Charlie was sure that he did not have the courage to tell anyone. However, in order to satisfy Steve's cleverness, Charlie pretended to be displeased and said, "I will make your father pay the price for this kind of cleverness behind my back. In a few days, when I go to Northern Europe, I will let him know what it means to be self-defeating." Steve was secretly delighted and quickly expressed his attitude. "But Mr. Wade, don't worry that I am the only outsider who knows about this matter. I will keep it a secret and won't let anyone know that the matter between Hogwarts and his son has anything to do with you." Charlie nodded. At this time, Orville knocked on the door and walked in, saying to Charlie, "Mr. Wade, can we serve the hot dishes now?" Charlie waved and said, "Come on, Orville, take a seat first. I have something to tell you and Steve." Orville quickly sat down on the other side of Charlie and said respectfully, "Master Wade, just let me know if you have anything to say." Charlie glanced at Steve and said, "I remember Steve was at the dog farm and said he would donate $100 million to you for expansion and upgrading. Is that true?" Before Orville could speak, Steve immediately replied, "Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry, Mr. Hong. I'll arrange for someone to pay the money when I get back, if it's inconvenient for you to receive it. I can also exchange it for cryptocurrency for you." Charlie smiled and said, "It's okay if this happens. Steve, remember it. Orville, remember it too. When Steve returns to the United States, you will contact him and quickly coordinate this matter." Orville said respectfully, "Master Wade, rest assured. I will coordinate with Mr. Rothschild." Steve was afraid that Charlie would think he was stingy. So he quickly said to Charlie, "Mr. Wade, if you need me in any way in the future, just ask. I will do my best." Charlie remembered something and said, "By the way, in 2 days, the AI model made in Northern Europe will be delivered. I have paid it to the Queen of Northern Europe. I plan to go and observe it. Can you help me arrange a private plane with a clean background and no connection with the Rothschild family? I will use it for a while." Charlie used to rely on the flight trajectory of the plane to snipe every move of the Warrior's Den. Now that the Warrior's Den has noticed this loophole, while filling its own loophole, it must also learn how to use this loophole to monitor other people. If they pay attention to the Wade family, they will probably also pay attention to the Wade family's plane. With the previous experience of the Warrior's Den, Charlie plans to stop taking the Wade family's plane as much as possible. When Steve heard Charlie asking him to help arrange a private plane, he immediately said without hesitation, "Mr. Wade, don't worry, I will take care of this matter. I will arrange a plane to Aurus Hill today. When do you plan to use it?" Charlie said, "We can go there the day after tomorrow. I will probably leave early the day after tomorrow." Steve promised, "Don't worry. I will have the plane and crew on standby in Aurus Hill tomorrow night." Charlie waved his hand. "I only want the plane, I have my own crew. You just need to ask their crew to fly the plane over." Steve nodded, thinking of the Northern Europe. He couldn't help but say to Charlie, "Mr. Wade, why don't I tell my father after I go back and let me go to Northern Europe instead of him, so that I can meet you there in a few days?" Charlie smiled and said, "I think your father must come there in person." Steve's heart skipped a beat, and he asked him quickly, "Mr. Wade, did you promise my father any conditions?"